episode. Buckle up and dive into thrilling action scenes with massive machinery in the logging industry and sights you've never seen before. Let's get started. The TurboSaw RT3400, the first rotating saw attachment for skid steer machines from Doherty Forestry Manufacturing, is an incredible machine. With its internal head rotation, powerful engine, and large blade, the RT3400 easily cuts down trees, trims branches, and clears invasive species like red cedar or mesquite. Despite its outstanding efficiency, its sharp cutting blade is also highly formidable, making anyone who sees it cautious of its power and danger. The sacred ancient tree, with a trunk circumference of over 5 meters, has stood firm for 300 years, a symbol of vitality and deep connection with the local people. Now the tree must be sacrificed for development, a deeply regretful decision. The woodcutters with sorrowful eyes cut each large branch, carefully tying and lowering them to the ground with great reluctance. The branches fall like throbbing heartbeats, each sound tearing through the stillness. The scene unfolds like a tragedy in everyday life, tightening my heart and leaving a deep sadness imprinted in the hearts of everyone. Modern technology has reached feats that humanity once never dared to imagine. Take this for example. A giant palm tree, decades old, can now be relocated to a new home with just a few simple steps, thanks to massive machines. In the past, such a tree would have had to be sacrificed to make way for human development, but now it can be moved to a more suitable location, preserving it as a cherished memory. Although many companies trust modern industrial machines for their wood-cutting production lines, that's not necessarily required. This homemade machine, though it looks crude and old, can still get the job done with precision and power. Pine logs are cut into neat, precise planks according to the Sawyer specifications. Simple yet powerful, this machine allows for the production of custom-sized products, meeting every need without compromising on efficiency. The unsightly, stubborn tree stumps continue to cling to the earth, like obstacles standing in the way of new life. But now technology has created an earth excavator with small, intelligent, and efficient claws. This machine is not just a tool, but a silent hero, swiftly removing obstacles and clearing the way for new growth. The power of machinery has changed the game, boosting productivity and turning dreams of a beautiful garden into reality. It's truly amazing when technology joins forces with human hands. The new Mulcher Turbo, with its spiral saw drum, is truly the pinnacle of mulching technology. Not only does it deliver a perfect mulch layer, but it also minimizes debris scatter, keeping the work environment cleaner than ever. With incredible speed and efficiency, the mulcher turbo operates swiftly, even at height, turning every challenge into an opportunity for perfection in every detail. A large oak tree stood tall in the garden, but sadly it had died long ago. Its withered trunk seemed as though it no longer wished to remain there. We had just received news of an approaching storm. This old oak tree was like a ticking time bomb, and we had no idea when it might fall, threatening everything around it. This danger couldn't wait any longer. We had to act quickly to remove it before it was too late, and the consequences became disastrous.
What a piece of crap.
Oh my gosh.
Cutting down a large tree near residential areas requires strict adherence to procedures, as even the smallest mistake can lead to devastating consequences. The 11-ton, over 600-year-old Zelkova tree in Hakusan City, Ishikawa Prefecture, had reached its final moments as it could no longer ensure safety. Though filled with regret, it also presented an opportunity to harvest the wood from this ancient tree. The decision was made in the interest of safety, but it also served as a way to honor and preserve its value, an integral part of history and memories saved for future generations. After several months of delays, the old trucks had slid off the roadside due to the heavy rains from the days before. The rain not only turned the roads into muddy paths, but also made the heavy machinery fragile against the harshness of time and weather. The trucks, which had been dependable for so many years, now seemed to no longer withstand the strain. The team hurried to pull them back up, hoping that everything was still salvageable. However, the woodcutter, the heart of the entire fleet, had slid down the high roadside and was severely damaged. Seeing the cracks and damage on the machine, everyone understood that it would take a great deal of time and effort to repair it. With arms reaching up to 2 meters like a true warrior, strong and decisive, the CAT 299D2, though compact, carries exceptional power, unexpectedly agile. With just one swift cut from above, even a towering pine tree leaves no trace, and even the sturdy stump yields in submission. A fantastic close-up for those passionate about woodcutting. The Highlander from Hagspiel Forestry stands tall on the hillside, like a powerful conqueror, completely dominating its territory. With the support of a winch and a robust chassis system, it effortlessly climbs steep and treacherous slopes on its own. A formidable machine, large and impossible to ignore for anyone in the trade, the Highlander truly symbolizes strength and endurance in the forestry industry. M545X emerges like a beast of the green forest, with the most strange and majestic appearance. It has 4 wheels, but its body stretches out like the giant legs of a king crab, giving the impression that it comes from another world. Nothing is impossible for this machine. On the slopes of Adelboden-Lenk, Switzerland, the Menzi Muchem 545X diligently digs water channels, conquering the most treacherous and harsh terrains. Powerful and resilient, it stands as a living testament to the strength of technology amidst the wild nature. Many people may think that cutting timber with a chainsaw is impossible, but for this man, it's an art. We use a saw similar to the Style 070 to create 5 by 10 centimeter wood planks from high-quality Wadung wood. In the video, you'll see the meticulous craftsmanship as we process the raw materials, which are used for building houses and making other items. This wood belongs to the local people, and we only receive payment after the work is completed. More importantly, we always comply with the law, never cutting down or using rare or protected wood from the forest. After the great storm, the chaotic scene of large logs scattered across the mountainside is truly disheartening. However, the Komatsu 931 XC and C144 in Windwharf are quietly clearing away the remnants of the devastation. Amid the snow-covered landscape, these machines work tirelessly, like silent heroes in the urgent task of storm recovery. It's hard and essential work to restore peace to the wild forest after the tempest. Today we witness the skill of Hansi, a promising new forestry apprentice. In the quiet forest of Germany, the early morning begins with a breathtaking scene as Hansi expertly fells a tree. With just a small chainsaw in hand, he demonstrates extraordinary ability, despite being young, having already mastered many proficient techniques. Each cut is precise, clean, and made with great care for the forest, reflecting the dedication and ambition of a young worker with a deep passion for the trade. When modern tools can't reach the forest edge, we rely on a self-assembled chainsaw, similar to the Style 070, to complete all the house-building tasks. From felling trees to cutting timber into beams and planks, every step is done manually but remains highly efficient. Wadung wood, with its excellent quality, serves as the raw material for constructing houses and creating necessary items. In every cut, one can feel the connection between humans and nature, meticulous and full of dedication in the effort to build a life in the heart of the forest. A day's work for large-scale logging workers unfolds before my eyes, with an array of heavy machinery operating tirelessly. I am overwhelmed by the majestic scene, where despite the thick, muddy roads, the massive vehicles charge forward without hesitation. The most impressive is the logging skidder, with its enormous grapples and gigantic wheels, an essential piece of equipment for this job. At times, it even serves as a lifesaver when dealing with deep, bogging situations.
They all got stuff there so you can just smash into them. We could be in trouble.
A muddy pit over 20 centimeters deep appeared as an insurmountable challenge for the heavy trucks. The double trailer truck, loaded with massive logs, was quickly swallowed by the thick sludge. In that desperate situation, our last hope was an old John Deere. We tried everything, but all efforts failed. The mud clung to the truck like chains. Finally, we decided to detach the trailers, and miraculously, the rescue process became much easier. The recovery felt like a moment of rebirth amidst the storm, filled with suspense and heart-pounding tension.
See. But now we gotta get a chip van out of there.
Vietnamese people are truly talented. A large log can be transformed into perfectly even planks with just a chainsaw. In his hands, the Steel MS 382 chainsaw becomes like the tool of a sculptor, with each cut precise and refined, as if crafting a work of art. He has mastered the art of woodcutting with such skill, convincingly surpassing other sawyers. When you see the massive logs securely resting on the truck, you might wonder how they were loaded. Buckle up and get ready for a dramatic display as these large logs are hauled onto the truck. David and Carol Hull hired Trees R Us Logging and Construction to clear an 8-acre plot of land at their tree farm in Cheshire, Oregon. The 38-year-old Douglas fir trees were harvested and transported to sawmills and pulp factories. David Hull's 1972 Kenworth truck took center stage in this heavy-duty task, carrying the valuable logs through the challenging, muddy roads. I think these are a few wood-splitting tools used by the Russians. And while the log splitter seems useful, I still wouldn't dare to try it. At first glance, it doesn't give off a sense of safety, and I feel worried for those using it. Hopefully, this machine is safer than I imagined, because even a small mistake could lead to unforeseen consequences.
Thank you for watching my video. Goodbye and see you in the next parts tomorrow.